Hello everyone. Today we learn about Python FastAPI. What is FastAPI? FastAPI is a high-performance web framework for building APIs. What tools we going to use today? We will be using Visual Studio Code and Postman. To know more about Visual Studio Code, follow this tutorial. I'll paste this URL in the comment section. To install Postman, follow this URL. What we need to install to use FastAPI? We need FastAPI and uvicorn. Let's try to install these two first. In Visual Studio Code, open new terminal, paste these commands. Now as it is already installed, it's saying requirement already satisfied. Let's try uvicorn. Now if it is not installed in your laptop, then it will install it. Same is the case with uvicorn. Let's proceed further. We will be using this code to learn FastAPI. Copy this code. Paste this to Visual Studio Code editor. Save the file by the name of main.py. Now let's find out what this code does. Here we are importing two modules, optional and FastAPI. Here we are creating an object. You can give it any name you want, but you have to be consistent throughout your program. For now, let's use app only. Here we are creating two endpoints. One is default. The other one is using parameters. So this default means when we start the server, this is the first thing we're going to see on the screen. And this endpoint makes use of parameters. One is mandatory and other is optional. So for this purpose, we have imported this class module. Now, how to run the server? The command is uvicorn main app reload. Now main is the file main.py. So if you change this file by the name of rename the file by the name of main_1_2, so you have to use the same name over here as well. App is the object created inside the main.py. So if you rename this app as app1 to whatever you want, you have to use the same name over here as well. Now reload makes the server restarts after the code changes. So once you changes the code, then you don't have to restart the server manually. This reload parameter will restart the server after the code changes. Now let's run it. Now here it has started the server. Now let's use this HTTP. Control click. It will open the web page over here, and this is the default thing, hello new world. Let's use Postman also. If we run this in Postman, this is the thing what we get, hello new world. Now here let's check the reload thing, if it restarts the server or not. Let's remove this one, save the file. So here if you see, it has restarted the server. Now the items parameter is gone, so it will not work with that items. So if I come here, write items 1, it won't do anything because that part of code is removed and it has restarted the server itself. So paste the section back, save the file. It has reloaded the changes. Now here we are using the input parameters as item ID. Now if I run the same command again, what will I get? I should be getting the item ID and var string as null because we have not provided any value to var_string. So item ID is 1, var string is null. Now let's give a value to var string. Now it should give here hello. Let's see. So item ID is 1, var string is hello. Now coming back over here, let's play with the code. Let's change this int to str. Save the file. Come back over here. Now this one is returned as integer, but now this one should be returned as a string. Let's run. See here, a string is returned. Now let's remove this optional part and see what happens. So now this is mandatory, not optional. First run the command as it is. It should give the same results. Let's see. Hello. Now if I remove this section var string, it should give an error because this is a mandatory variable, not optional anymore. Let's remove it. Here it says field required. So because it is mandatory, not optional anymore. So if we change this to optional, if we run this one, then the var string will be null and the item ID will be 1. Here it works. Now change this back to integer. This string will also be integer next time. See, here it works. So to recap, we imported two modules, optional and FastAPI. We created an object. We created two endpoints. One is default, which will run when the server will restart or start. And this is the item ID parameter. Here one is optional and one is mandatory. And the way we can run the server is over here, just uvicorn main app reload. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching the video. Catch you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.